You're making your baby sleep worse and you don't even know it. Every night you rock them to sleep, it works for a few minutes, then they wake up crying and you start all over again. But here's what no one tells you. The rocking isn't solving the problem, it is the problem. I know you're exhausted. You've tried everything. Swaddling, white noise, driving around the block at midnight, and you're not failing. What you're doing is what every parent does, what feels instinctive. But sometimes the thing we do to calm them is exactly what stops them from learning to calm themselves. Rocking, it's one of the biggest culprits. Here's why. When your child wakes expecting motion to fall asleep, their brain has learned something specific. I can only sleep when something outside me is moving. This is called sleep association conditioning, and it's incredibly powerful. Think of it like this. You know that feeling when you fall asleep in a moving car, and the moment it stops, you jolt awake? That's your brain noticing the absence of motion. That's exactly what's happening to your baby every single time you stop rocking. Here's what research shows. Every time you rock your baby to sleep, their brain forms a neural connection. Motion equals sleep. Movement equals safety. So when you stop, they wake, not because something's wrong, not because they're hungry, but because their brain is saying, wait, where's the movement that means sleep? Now, studies on infant sleep patterns reveal something important. Babies with strong motion-based sleep associations may wake far more frequently, often at the end of every single sleep cycle, because they need you to rock them back to sleep. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between exhaustion and rest. The good news? Developmental research shows this pattern can be gently rewired. The goal is to do this with minimal tears and without trauma, by building confidence, not fear. Let's break this down, because understanding why this happens will help you feel confident about what to do instead. When your baby's being rocked, the motion sensing part of their inner ear is being stimulated. That rhythmic movement triggers a system in the brain that keeps us alert to our environment. So even though it looks like they're drifting off, their brain is still half awake. Comforted, yes, but not in true deep sleep. It's like trying to sleep with music playing. You might doze off, but the moment the music stops, you notice your brain was tracking it the whole time. That's what motion does. It keeps part of the brain engaged, monitoring, tracking, staying just alert enough to notice when it ends. Data on infant neural development suggests that to help them sleep longer and deeper, their body needs to learn to fall asleep without external movement. That's how we build self-soothing, one of the most powerful sleep skills a child can develop. And this isn't about crying it out. This is about creating conditions where their nervous system can discover, oh, I can feel safe and sleepy even when I'm still. That's the skill we're building. And here's exactly how to do it. 5 gentle steps to teach self-soothing and independent sleep. So what do you do instead of rocking? I'm going to show you 5 steps, but if you only do one thing from this video, make it step 4. That's the game changer. Everything else supports it. Step 1. Start with stillness. Hold your baby close, but stop moving. Your warmth and scent are the comfort, not the motion. If they fuss, stay calm and stay still. You're teaching their nervous system that safety doesn't require movement, that you are the anchor, not the rocking. Step 2. Use predictable signals. Dim the lights, use the same soft phrase or sound each night. Maybe it's a gentle shh or a whispered, time to sleep now. Consistency tells their brain sleep is coming. These cues become the new association, not motion, not rocking, just the predictable pattern that says, this is safe, this is sleep time. Step 3. Reduce motion strategically. If you've been rocking for months, you have 2 options. For gradual change, shorten the rocking time a little each night. 5 minutes instead of 15, then 3, then 1, then just holding still. For faster change, go straight to step 1 tonight. Hold them close, but stop the motion entirely. Both approaches work. Choose what feels sustainable for you. Step 4. Place drowsy, not asleep. Here it is, the most important step. Lay them down while their eyes are heavy, but still blinking. Not fully asleep, just drowsy. That moment, that transition from drowsy to asleep, that's when they learn, I can finish falling asleep on my own. Research and advice from sleep consultants show that babies who consistently practice this final transition can master faster independent sleep in as little as 3 to 7 days, a skill that babies who are always placed down fully asleep never get a chance to learn. That's 1 week. That's 7 more nights of better sleep for both of you. This step feels uncomfortable for parents because we want to do it for them. We want to make sure they're all the way asleep before we put them down. But that final step, that's the one they need to practice. This is where self-soothing actually develops. This is the skill that changes everything. Step 5. Soothe without lifting. If they cry, try gentle touch or your voice before picking them up. Place your hand on their chest, whisper softly, let them feel your presence. You're communicating, I'm here, but you can do this. And that's how emotional regulation begins, not by removing all discomfort, but by being present through it. You might need to pick them up sometimes. That's fine. Just try the other strategies first. Give them the chance to settle with less intervention, because every time they do, their brain gets a little more confident, a little more capable. Now, you might be thinking, but rocking is how my baby feels loved. Here's what's important to understand. Comfort and sleep are different needs. Rocking for comfort during the day, during hard moments, when they're sick, when they need you, that's beautiful. That's connection. Rocking as the only way they can fall asleep, that's where the pattern starts working against you, because a sleep association that depends on you becomes a sleep association that disrupts them and exhausts you. What we're doing here isn't taking something away. It's teaching something new. That they can feel safe in stillness, that your presence doesn't require constant motion. Developmental experts agree the goal isn't to stop responding to your child, it's to help them develop the capacity to settle with your support, not your constant intervention. There's a difference between being responsive and being required, and that skill, the ability to self-soothe, will serve them every single night for years to come. Many parents describe the first few nights as challenging. That's normal. You're changing a pattern their brain has learned. But research shows that most babies adapt to new sleep associations within 3 to 7 days when the approach is consistent. 3 to 7 days. Then this becomes easier for everyone. So if your child isn't sleeping, stop rocking them to sleep. You're building a skill, the confidence that they don't need constant motion to feel secure. But here's what catches parents off guard. You stop rocking, you stay consistent, and they're still not sleeping. Why? Because the real problem started hours before bedtime. If you're seeing your baby fight sleep with that wired, frantic energy, that's not resistance. That's biology. Their body flooded with stress hormones hours ago, and by the time you reach the crib, you're not fighting bedtime, you're fighting chemistry. Watch 7 hidden signs your baby isn't getting enough sleep to understand what's happening before you even reach the crib. You can start tonight.